Morning.
Hey, Athena. Oh, come on. I'm muted. I don't know if you said anything to me or not. I'm sorry.
I haven't said anything. Just settling into the morning.
I didn't realize I was on mute.
You doing well this morning?
How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Good morning, Matt.
Mr. Matt. Sure am looking forward to eating some mushrooms with you, buddy.
Coming right up.
I'm telling you. I'm stoked.
Working up. You know, I'm gearing up.
Me too. Me too. It's so wild to me how it's still just like gotta work up to it and build that courage.
Yeah. Steven's gonna be my chaperone.
Yeah. I guess you could call it that.
I promise to behave.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to, so.
Laurie, how are things? I haven't seen you forever.
Getting settled in.
Hey, Steven. Didn't see you there.
I snuck in. And hey, Matt, we'll see. You know, I might actually be joining you in that space rather than watching from the outside.
Mm.
When's the last time you had a big dose, Steven? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
No, that'd be great.
Last time we dosed together was up in Ohio. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. That was I still think about that place. That place was kind of over the top.
Yeah.
Battle axes and skulls and
Mhm.
anyway, it was fun.
It was crazy, man. The way that guy, like, we were in this Viking lodge, and the dude, he totally was the white version of my friend Viking from Jamaica. It was so weird. I was like I was in an alternate reality the whole time.
That was probably my last big dose.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been tending a little lower since then.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, I mean, with it being small numbers like it is, and people who are, I don't know, I'm really feeling 7 grams. So I'm gonna see, I don't know if that's where I'm gonna go with it, but I may ask for permission from the people in charge.
From the Sangha.
Yeah.
Nice to see your smiling face, Athena.
Always lovely to see yours, Stephen. It's been a abundant summer. Lots of traveling.
Nice. Well, depending on how the canning and pickling goes today, we'll see if I have any vegetables left over to drop by your place tomorrow.
Oh, I would love that.
Where do you pickling and canning?
We're gonna try pickling some cucumbers and canning some tomatoes.
Nice.
Mm.
We'll see. First time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, friends. It is 10 o'clock. Eric, are you able to help me admit folks into the
Mm-hmm.
perfect? All right.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Very grateful to have you here with us today. Athena and I are going to be working on this service with you. Very thankful to be here. It is a beautiful, hot day here in Kentucky. Wherever you are in the world, I would encourage you to just get outside and touch nature at some point. Just a reminder here, those of you who are with us regularly know. If you're not, then just to be aware, the Sanctuary is a nonprofit that is completely solely supported by its members. I want to especially thank our sustaining members, but everyone who makes any contribution to keep this community going is greatly, greatly valued. If you are curious about making a further donation, you're welcome to just check out sanctuary.org/donate. Or just share Sanctuary on your social media if you're looking for a way that you can help to expand our community and expand our reach. That is a wonderful way to do so. I'll share some other options for that later on in our conversation today.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to the format and the way we're moving through this. Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate you reminding us of why we're gathering. And again, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our Sanctuary community today in celebration. It is always a celebration here with Sanctuary as we come together. Our Sunday services are devoted space for authentic connection, spiritual growth, and co-created exploration. My name's Athena, and I will be helping to guide us through the service portion of our gathering. We're especially glad to have those joining us for the first time, whether you're here live with us on Zoom or joining through our YouTube live stream. Your presence adds to the joy of this gathering. And if you're watching on YouTube, we invite you to join the conversation in the live chat and tell us where you're watching from today. You can do that here in our chat as well on Zoom. And for those joining us on Zoom, feel free to turn your video on. We love to see your beautiful faces. It really enriches the community conversation and experience. And we'd love to see your face as we share this time together. Sanctuary Church is a faith-based organization. Our faith in sacred mushroom stems from both the prehistoric use by our ancestors and the personal experiences of our modern members. Sacred mushrooms are among the greatest sacrament nature offers, raising our awareness so that we may access a direct connection to the source of life. And it is our belief that the consumption of sacred mushrooms is a form of communion that brings us closer to what many know as God, Source, the All, and many other names. We understand this divine source is pure consciousness, the essence that permeates all being. The pure consciousness is, we believe, the source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Thank you for being part of that experience with us. Our vision and mission at Psanctuary is to live in a world with supportive and joyful communities, empowered to discover our own divinity with sacred mushrooms and with each other. We bring people together for connection to divine revelation through communion with sacred mushrooms. Our mission and vision are solely supported by the generosity of our members, and your donations are essential to the continuance of our community. If you value what Psanctuary brings to the world, we ask that you donate at psanctuary.org today. Please take a moment now to find a comfortable space where you can settle in and be present as we begin today's service. Before we move into our meditation, we'd love to share a few of the threads that we are weaving our community closer together. This Wednesday, August 19th, is the last day to register for our August deep dive ceremony in Kentucky for level 1 and level 2 graduates. To attend, you'll need to be an active Foundations member and have completed at least the level 1 training program. Visit our website or the events calendar on Mighty Networks to learn more and reserve your spot. It's going to be a really beautiful gathering. We're going to have Matt and Stephen there, and we're very excited to bring all our beautiful members together. Our next foundation ceremony integration workshop with Courtney is happening this Thursday, August 20th from 6 to 7:30 Eastern online. If you are a Foundations member, you're invited to join us as we reflect on recent ceremony experiences. Whether you've communed with us recently in Kentucky or you're in your own sacred space at home, together we'll share in meditation, guided reflection, and community exploration as we continue integrating the wisdom of our experiences. Foundation members will receive the Zoom link by email on the day of the workshop, and you can RSVP through Mighty Networks. We hope to see you there. You can find all upcoming events in the public and members-only calendars by joining our Mighty Networks community through psanctuary.org. All right, I'll invite Eric to lead us in a meditation this morning.
Thank you, Athena. I'm going to make one more quick announcement here. I'm going to post a link for anybody that might be interested to join me at the World Mushroom Forum. This is coming up. Why is it not? Oh, this is coming up next weekend, August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. It's going to be a first of its kind, very unique event. Folks from all around the world presenting on mushrooms, not just psychedelic mushrooms. And there are some really interesting panels going to be held. I think there's like 15, 18 panels the entire weekend. I am going to be moderating panels on Friday and Saturday, and you can attend for free if you use the code Sanctuary10. It runs from noon to 7 o'clock on Friday and Saturday, and then to accommodate the eastern half of the world, because it is an international event, it's going to start at like 5 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So just to let y'all know, that's a really exciting mushroom event for those who may be interested, curious in things outside of just psilocybin. So, all right, now in for a meditation. This can be a bit of an exercise as well as a meditation. So I'm going to invite us all to just, wherever you're at right now, just to try to just put everything else, everything out of your mind. Feel yourself in your body, and then start to slowly close your eyes and just be as present in your body as possible. And this is a practice that's going to lean into our conversation on letting go from David Hawkins. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hold on really tight. So this is something that I have been working on for a while, and I find it to be very helpful in this process of letting go, we're going to get in touch with it on a physical sense. Very often when we talk about letting go, we're thinking of it in this emotional way of releasing attachment to ideas or releasing attachment to feelings or expectations. And that is well worth practicing. And also there's a physiological component because we store these emotions and we store energy in our body. And so if you would, as with your eyes closed, just bring your awareness down into your hands. And I'm going to invite you to take them from an open space. Go ahead and open them up if they're not already. And then close both hands like a fist. And I'm going to count to 60. I'm just going to take 1 minute. And I encourage you to just clench your fists as tight as you can. Just clutch on to whatever it is. Just hold on. And then at 60, we're just going to let go and we're going to spend some time moving through that physiological experience together. So 1, 2, 3, and just begin to tighten. You might breathe in and I'll start counting. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, keep squeezing, 17, 1,000, 18, 1,000, 19, 20, 1,000, 21, 1,000, 22, 1,000, 23, 1,000, 24, 1,000, 25, 26, 27, 1,000, 28, 1,000, 29, 30, 31, 1,000, 32, 1,000, tight as you can, 33, 34, 1,000, 35, 1,000, 36, 1,000, 37, 1,000, 38, 1,000. Fill it up in your biceps. 40, 1,000, 41, 1,000, 42, 1,000 into your shoulders. 43, 1,000, 44, 1,000, 45, 1,000. 46, 1,000, 47, 1,000, 48, 1,000, 49, 50, 1,000, 51, 1,000, 52, almost there, 53, 54, 1,000, 55, 1,000, 56, 1,000, 57, 1,000, 58, 1,000, 59, and 60. Just open your hands gently. Let them open. Feel that release down your arms. Maybe it tingles. Maybe it's a little hard to open up and let go, but just open your hands and even drop them down to your side if you can, and just allow that tension to release and fall out of your arms, fall out of your hands, just letting go, letting go, letting go, and breathing. Allowing your chest to open further, your arms to open, just letting go. Spread your palms as wide as you can. Reach your fingertips as far as they can reach. Just letting go. Feel yourself in this vastness of space. on this big, beautiful planet somehow runs itself. You don't have to do anything. Feeling your breath, exhaling as far as you can, just letting that air out. And notice how your lungs naturally feel. You don't even have to breathe. The breathing is happening for you. All you have to do is let go. Letting your shoulders drop, exhaling fully, just letting go. Coming back to your hands, just feel that sensation of expansion down to your feet. Feel it letting go, releasing. Maybe you're able to be aware of the fact that you don't have to do anything for this life to keep living through you. Your breath comes naturally, the opportunities come naturally. The more we clutch and grab, the faster it slips away from us. Just relaxing into it. Letting go and letting inspiration come. Allowing your heart to expand. Perhaps you're able to reflect back on your life and see the times when you've let go and just allowed the process to unfold. This is when things most beautifully happen for you. And bringing our awareness back into our body, we're going to let go of this little time here together and move into our reading. And you're able to slowly open your eyes and looking at the floor and space around you. Notice that maybe some expectations start to arise. Your mind wants to predict a pattern. Just let it go. Just allow the moment to unfold beautifully and feel yourself unfolding into it. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Let us all take a few moments to send loving intention to our sacrament and to all who cultivate or commune with these sacred mushrooms. Without these gifts of our Creator and the communion of our members, this community would not exist. Through intention and attention, we call forth the power of the mushroom and the community we have formed around it. Let us use our ever-expanding awareness to bring greater peace through connection to our world. May we radiate gratitude from our hearts to our Creator, our community, and those who nurture and grow our sacrament. In cultivating and consuming this sacrament, we become aware of the oneness of life, the knowing that we live in all things and that all things live in us. May we carry this understanding into all of our relationships and allow it to guide us in our journey as members of the human family. Thank you, everyone. The Tao is nameless. Oh, skipped a spot. For more than 2,500 years, the Tao Te Ching has offered guidance and insight into the paradox of existence. Because this paradox is so often encountered when communing with our sacrament, we turn to this short book as our primary sacred text. We invite all who feel called to study it further as we explore the mysteries of life. Tao Te Ching, Chapter 32. The Tao is nameless and unchanging. Although it appears insignificant, nothing in the world can contain it. If a ruler abides by its principles, then her people will willingly follow. Heaven would then rain on earth, like sweet rain falling on paradise. People would have no need for laws, because the law would be written on their hearts. Naming is a necessity for order, but naming cannot order all things. Naming often makes things impersonal, so we should know when naming should end. Knowing when to stop naming, you can avoid the pitfall it brings. All things end in the Tao, just as the small streams and the largest rivers flow through valleys to the sea. Take a quiet moment to let these words settle into our hearts. As the wisdom of the Tao reminds us that truth often lives in the spaces between words, in the stillness, the mystery, and our shared experience. Each Sunday, we read from a different poem or passage selected by our Sunday discussion lead and posted in our Mighty Networks member community. Our rotating text today was selected by Eric and is from the book Letting Go by David Hawkins. After it is read aloud, we'll take 5 minutes for reflection before moving into our open discussion where we will explore both readings together. If you're joining us on YouTube, feel free to share in the live chat what words or ideas from the reading resonate with you.
All right. Thank you, Thina.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Letting Go by David Hawkins. If you're not familiar with this book, I think this is the book that the book club started with, and it just everybody that reads it is just like gives it rave reviews for very good reasons. We'll get into that though. So, paradoxically, breakthroughs and expansions may be upsetting to friends and family members because of the shift of balance. Things that we had done out of constriction, fear, guilt, or a sense of duty may be suddenly thrown overboard. New levels of consciousness change perception and new horizons open up. Many of the motives that drive people may suddenly become meaningless. Such things as money, fame, esteem, position, prestige, power, ambition, competitiveness, and the need for security diminish. They are replaced by the motivations of love, cooperation, fulfillment, freedom, creative expression, expansion of consciousness, understanding, and spiritual awareness. There tends to be more reliance on intuition and feelings than on thinking, reason, and logic. People who are very yang may discover their yin side and vice versa. Rigid patterns give way to flexibility. Safety and security become less important than discovery and exploration. Personal lives pick up momentum and movement replaces stuck in a rut life patterns. One surprising observation about the mechanism of letting go is that the major changes can take place very rapidly. Lifetime patterns can suddenly disappear, and long standing inhibitions can be let go of in a matter of minutes, hours, or days. Rapid changes are accompanied by an increased aliveness. The life energy set free by letting go of negativity now flows into positive attitudes, thoughts, and feelings with a progressive increase of personal power. Thoughts are now more effective. More is accomplished with less effort. Intention is made powerful by the removal of doubts, fears, and inhibitions. With the removal of negativity, dynamic forces are unloosed, so that what were once impossible dreams now become actualized goals. And a couple of reflection questions for us here in our 5 minutes before we get into our conversation. And what are you being invited to let go of right now? Perhaps fear, obligation, expectation, identity, or old patterns. And what makes it difficult to release? You know them because they just keep coming up. And as you let go of what no longer serves you, what feels like it wants to come alive in its place? What might, a typo there, become possible if you give that new direction more room? We'll take 5 minutes here and come back for a brief reflection and discussion.
We have about 1 minute remaining. Please begin wrapping up your thoughts. We'll have a moment of reflection from Eric around our readings today.
One of the things I love about going over material again is realizing what a different person I am when I do so. I've read this book a couple of times. I come back to it regularly, particularly when I'm in periods of not letting go. And I'm very often reminded of the lesson that comes up so frequently in the mushroom space. The number of times I have heard people say, how many ways can I let go? How many layers of letting go are there? And that is this experience that to me has been it's been so telling about life. We are constantly holding on. And the thing that just came to me that was I think a different reflection than I've ever had is that these are all defense mechanisms. All of these ways that we clutch on to patterns, identities, not being the person that we are, that we truly are, being the spirit, the expression of what we are in our truest, is just a defense mechanism. And, as I reflect on what it is for me, or what is the thing that I am working on letting go of, and I'm seeing how that is creating a different life for me. Part of me wonders, like, I don't want to make this sound self-centered, but I do wonder if maybe one of the kind of common letting go themes for humans is what we think that other people are thinking about us. Like, we walk into a crowd of 100 people and we're worried about what those people are thinking about us. And almost every one of those 100 people are worried about what you or the other 98 people are thinking about them. And so that's the thing that for me, I've really been having to work on. I realized a couple of years ago how strongly I was leaning on external validation. And as I have leaned into letting go of that, I'm truly seeing me come alive. Like things that I've wanted to do for years, for 7 or 8 years. I've been talking about writing this book. And I come to find out the reason I couldn't is because I cared what people thought about me. I cared what people were going to think about what I put out there in the world and that it would be criticized. And now that I have cared a lot less about that, not that it's not still a thing, right? This layers of letting go is constant, but it has allowed me to do all kinds of things that I never thought I could do, like changing my relationship with cannabis. I was the white Snoop Dogg for 20 something years, and come to find out that was me clinging on to this identity because what I wanted other people to think about me. Now, the most interesting thing, Hawkins even says it there at the very outset of this excerpt, is that this is a paradox. But the paradox that I'm kind of leaning into here is not that is is the fact that letting go does not mean not caring. Letting go does not mean not acting or not doing. That's a spiritual bypass. That's just a way of pretending that we're letting go so that we don't actually have to let go. When we really let go, then we find, like he said, that motivation, that inspiration to do the thing that's been nagging at us for 10 years or however long. And we don't do it because somehow we're blocking ourselves through caring what the outcome looks like, what the expectations of others are. And so letting go of that and leaning into the reality of you are on this earth for you ultimately. Now, hopefully that in some way is to be of service to others. So again, paradoxically, being selfish and letting go allows ourselves to be of greater service to others. And this is something that, again, coming back to this work with the mushroom, this is why we go to the mushroom, because these things that come up repeatedly, they're not confined to the mushroom experience. This is work that we do in a specific space so that we can bring it out into our daily lives. I'm already, as I'm getting ready to go into this ceremony next week, I'm planning to do to dose along with everybody. Like I am practicing different ways of letting go because I know that is invariably one of the most common themes for people that comes up in this work is you've got to let go into the healing power of this sacrament, into the trust of this sacrament, into the knowing that it is good for us no matter what it feels like in the moment, that it's clearing out this energy. And the more that we can let go into that experience, then the easier and gentler it's going to be, just like life. This is not a one-off lesson that we're learning. This is something that is designed to be taken back into our lives and continued to work on. So even in this conversation, you may hear things coming up that you feel resistance to. And that's not necessarily bad. Just like that meditation practice, like we there is value in experiencing the resistance so that we can experience its opposite and let go into it. And there are some things that maybe for a certain amount of time we do have to continue to have some resistance to. There are things in this world that we know we do not want in our lives, but the interesting realization that we often have is that the more we resist something, the more it, the cliche, persists in our life. I could name any number of behavior patterns or lifestyle changes that I have wanted to start or stop. And it is always my resistance that has kept that negative pattern going. So resistance or to this concept of letting go and the concept of forgiveness or self-compassion, I think are very interwoven together. And the more that we can experience that compassion for ourselves, that kindness to ourselves, the more that we'll find ourselves being able to let go and allow. And look, I'm not saying this as someone who practices it perfectly by any means. I've had like 3 weeks of this just thing that would not stop in my head. I could not let go of this thing that I wanted or felt like was supposed to happen. And it just like continued to torture me ultimately. But the beautiful thing, and Hawkins talks about this, is there, I mean, just a touch on a little bit of the metaphysical here, is that there is some mechanism at play here that when we actually let go of this grabbing on to the thing that we want is when it actually gets magnetized to us, is when our life starts to change, where synchronicities start to play out. And so that's what I want to work on myself. And I want to encourage all of us in whatever the capacity is that you have the need to let go. We all do. I truly believe that this is like a lifelong challenge for us. This is probably why when I think about, I often go to the Dalai Lama as this great example. And you think about a spiritual leader like that who was and is confronted with communist takeover of his country, right? And the lesson that continues to appear there is letting go. There are major world events There are things that we just cannot change. And if you notice, the more we clutch on to this belief or need that things are not the way that they should be, it doesn't make the world better. It just makes us more miserable. So I'm curious as can be about your experiences with letting go. What I would love to hear some of these interesting metaphysical experiences where you just stopped worrying about a thing and all of a sudden things broke for you. The opportunity came. This I play with it with social media, right? The or the podcast that I do. Sometimes I have so much of a, oh, I want this to go somewhere. And then when I just like sit down and just like stop worrying about it, or I put something out into the world, I'm just like, you know what? Let's go see where it goes. I'm gonna let go of it. Those are the times that they do the best. So I'm curious about your experiences, and we can also dive into the opportunities that you've had to not let go. Maybe there's something in your life that you would like to be able to let go of. And it would be helpful to have some reflection from the community here on what that might look like or how you might go about that. This is a conversation, us coming together and sharing our personal experiences, helping each other along the way. You all, none of us can do this alone. We need each other for reflection. We need each other for support. And that is what this time is intended to be here for. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, and thank you for hearing from me.
Thanks, Eric. I really resonate with what we're discussing today and look forward to unpacking it with everyone. And as we move into our discussion, I'd just like to remind everyone of our agreements. We are here to welcome everything. We're going to check our assumptions, own our experience, get a little vulnerable and reveal what our experience is, honor self and other, and confidentiality by request. If you found value in today's service, we do invite you to visit our website, psanctuary.org, and consider donating. We also ask that you share insight and feedback on the Zoom survey when you exit the call today. This really does come back to our Sunday service committee, and we discuss this and helps us co-create our service space. So with that, I am going to